Okay, I told you yesterday about the Trump administration attempting to deport children, and due to small kids as young as 10 years old, what they did to those Venezuelan men that they accused of being gang members, though we all know that a lot of them were not. So let's go through some of the receipts. I'm going to show you receipts by a few court reporters that I follow. Let's get started. Okay, so if you want to look it up yourself, this is the case at courtlister.com. You can look up this case. All right. Aaron Reshlin-Menick, who works at an immigration nonprofit, says to tell you how close it was for those children to almost be deported. There was a declaration submitted in the docket by a woman who saw the planes taking off, and then the plane stopped and turned around because of this brave judge. Let me show you the judge. Judge Sparkle Suknanan, who is a Trinidadian American judge, well respected, top of the class. She was like, not on my watch. So thank you, Judge, for causing those planes to be turned around. But let's look at more of the lies and the trauma. There was a 17-year-old who had already won his case, but he was still in foster care because he was still technically a child. So he had won his case for asylum. He was granted a special immigrant juvenile status. On the path to green card, they try to deport this 17-year-old who'd already won a status. Remember, they say come the legal way? This kid was on his path to getting a green card, was already awarded, and they still try to deport him. Here's a case of a 16-year-old who Aaron reports was woken up at the middle of the night and was told he's going to be deported to Guatemala. And he knew something was wrong, but he had no idea what to happen. And he managed to call his mother. This is his declaration. Now remember, Drew Inside argued that the reason why they were sending those kids is that their parents in Guatemala wanted them. So that kid was calling his mother. All right. Now, more. Listen to this. A 17-year-old was describing what happened on Sunday. He says he was woken up at 2 o'clock in the morning and told to get his things. He was scared. He prayed to God and he hoped to be protected. The trauma that this freaking administration was doing to him. That fateful morning, no one told him what was happening. Trauma is what they inflicted. And Aaron points out that the Trump administration is saying that the parents wanted them to. One dad in Guatemala says he got a strange call 2 weeks ago saying that his daughter was about to be deported, despite never having asked for that. So they were lying when they said the parents wanted them to come back. The freaking liars. Here's a terrifying declaration from an unaccompanied minor who says, I thought they were going to make me board the plane like they did with the other kids from the shelter, but they asked me for my name and told me I was not on the list. What does that remind you of? That's not some Schindler's List sort of situation that sounds like? Yeah, that's the type of trauma. The lies. Share this video, share this account. Each one teach one. My name is JJ Legal. I'm in the dockets. I'm keeping them honest. I'm bringing you what is happening, what the Department of Justice is arguing, what the courts are doing, because I want you to know there's accountability in the form of courts. The judicial system is slow, but the courts are reining them in. And so thanks to Judge Suknanan. Right now, the case has been bounced around to 2 Trump judges, but it doesn't matter because Trump judges appointed by Trump, judges appointed by George W. Bush, judges appointed by Ronald Reagan have ruled against the Trump administration. It matters if you are a Trumpican judge or if you are a judge that adheres to the rule of law. So it's no guarantee that this judge, because the judge is handling now the permanent case, just so you know. The emergency case, I got this from Michael Popak from Legal AF. He said that the way the courts work is emergency. The different judges are assigned to the emergency cases. So if you're on duty, kind of like being on call for medicine, if you're on duty and you get the call, you have to respond to it. So Judge Suknanan was on call when she got the message. Thank God they had her, an immigrant herself, to hop to the case. Imagine it could have been somebody else, though D.C. Circuit is a pretty liberal circuit. And after the emergency stuff, it gets transferred to the judge who draws, gets the next draw. And Trump got a Trump-appointed judge, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's the update. JJ Legal, each one teach one. Share this video so other people know. The people who say this is what we voted for, the people who think they're good people, the people who think they're Christians, share this with them.